Welcome back. It's been a little bit of time. And, oh, hello. Didn't hide my camera girl there too well. Anyway, so, yeah, we are getting into the nighttime hours, so radiation's not going to be an issue. And if you're kind of keen-eyed, you see that there's been a minor change to the drone. And I have been tinkering. Once again, I made a copy of this world. And I think I've come up with some solutions to some of the problems that I've been having. Although it's nowhere near perfect, it's going to be much better than what it was. One of the major problems I was having as I was trying to tweak out the pathing and so forth was the landing legs with the mag pads were kind of keeping it from actually connecting to the connector. So as you can see, it is now very, very much connected, and as per the instructions of Splitsy, when he was showing his first tutorial about the AI blocks, the last waypoint for the recorder to ensure that you would be connected is to have it with the connectors pressed against each other, basically like this, and then also have a timer to wait before it actually connects, just in case it wobbles around. So I haven't done any of the major stuff that I did in the copy of this world. But what I am going to do is I figured out that definitely you have too much upthrust. And that may be part of the reason why it's been going very erratic. It's been flying very erratic. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw in some... Want to do that? Yeah. Let's get rid of that. So we'll put this guy in here. We'll put this guy in here. We'll just let the build and repairs take care of it. Okay. Now there was something else that I did. Need to rename some of these lights, I think. Let me see here. S2. Let me just take a look here. Okay, no, I'd already resolved the little issue with my lights. It's a pet peeve thing, but so the next thing I did was, because there are times when I was doing my adjustments to the not the mapping, but the actions. This thing kind of cocked off of the connector in an oddball angle, and so I came up with an idea to resolve that. So let's put some different kinds of legs on here. We'll do some manual stuff here. And we'll unlock. We'll raise up a little bit. Alright. So, let's get rid of the... Well, I'll leave those on there. These lovely things here. Oh, so I need girders. Oh, where am I going? Girders, girders. Do we have girders? We only have a few. So I probably should set some girders in for production. Similar one. Alright. So, this guy. Of course, I was, good about that. Yeah, so far the improvements have been it's been noticeable, but in no way is it like this perfection that I've seen Splitsy and Engineered Coffee, and a few other creators I can't think off the top of my head were successful in accomplishing. But, hey, I can only do what I can do, right? Alright, so I didn't have heavy armor on the bottom of the copy of the world, but you know what? We're gonna do it all here. So, let's see here. What else? Did I have any? Oh, yes. I added on a camera for my own benefit as a manual pilot. So, we'll put that in place. Alright, so while that is busy doing that, we'll go ahead and land this back down. Alright, so first off, K, camera. We're going to make this connector. R. Jeez. Alright, so toolbar config, yes, not in the terminal. There we go. And connector right here. View. If I look down, oh, that is some serious zoom. There we go, and I should just have to, oh, you know what? Gotta hit the right button. Okay, so let's see here. Some of the changes that I've made before was I set the minimum altitude to 40. That was basically the only thing that I changed here. I'm not using defensive block just yet. I don't know if I need to. So let me think here. So I had intentions of using all 4 event controllers, and I found that trying to use multiple controllers to turn each one on, depending on the parameter that I would set, didn't work. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a bug, but it didn't work, because I had 3 of these event controllers for when it came to the base. The first one would check for the battery level. Once that was good, it would check the cargo level, or the hydrogen level. If that was good, then it would check the cargo level. Nothing ever worked. So now I'm down to 2 event controllers. When it goes to the rig, this is the AND gate, I'm gonna uncheck that. So what will happen is when it goes to the rig, the connector is going to get full no matter what. But one cargo container, which I believe is the forward one, will actually fill up before the aft container, the other container, which I believe is the aft, starts to even receive any ice. So, because I'm concerned about the drone being too heavy and why that it's crashed before in duplications of this world, I've set the threshold to 50. So that way, we'll have a cargo container and a half of ice when it finally detaches from the rig. And so where is it? Where is it? Where it's select action. Regardless if it's at the base or at the... Well, you know what? Before I do that, now when it gets to the base, it'll go through the whole routine. And then I discovered that the cargo depletes very slowly. That's basically because there's not a big demand for hydrogen production. And even though I believe that I have... I should have just been connector. Inside connector. Yeah, so the fast attack is connected to the base so that it can refuel the hydrogen tanks. Let's see here. Fast attack port. So you can see that the auxiliary tanks are almost or 3/4 full, and the main tanks are almost 1/4 full. So that's to help with demand and transferring the ice. So back to the event controllers of the drone. So this, all right, so that's, let's see here. Where was I? I got distracted. So here at the base, the cargo of ice gets drained very slowly. So when the threshold is, when this parameter is met, it's 5% or less of both, then this will initiate. I want to make that start. Make that to undock. See, there was a problem right there. So this will be start. The undock. Rig, let me make sure that's undock. Okay. So that was a problem right there. So undock. It cranks up right away. It starts right away. And so basically it takes the batteries off of recharge. The very first thing takes the hydrogen tank off of stockpile. Turns on the gyros and all the thrusters. Turns on all the lights. Unlocks the connector. And then shuts the connector off. And I put them in all different menu bars because I'm hoping that there's a slight hesitation as it changes to each menu bar instead of being instantaneous. Okay, and so when that's undocked, oh, because there's more than one here, right? So then the next thing, there's two things that happen. First, each of the event controllers will initiate the undock timer, and then the base depart or the rig depart, depending on which of these is triggered where it's at. And essentially what that does, let's look at base depart because we're sitting at the base. It waits 5 seconds, and then it activates the autopilot on the AI flight block, activates toggles the rig basic, and then what is that? Uh-oh. Turns those on. Oh, that, you know what that is? Okay, that's going to be turns on basic rig, AI recorder. No. To turn on the AI flight block, the basic rig flight block and the recorder flight block for the recorder for the rig. Nothing else. Well, and then, well, I take that back. Once it does that, then it will initiate the AI behavior on the AI flight block and then the basic flight block, which will send it on its way. The 3 waypoints. I did that. That was a different change, I think. There is a launch waypoint, which is right above the pad. The depart, which is a little bit away from the pad. And arrival, which is at the opposite pad. So there's three waypoints, GPS points for each location. So we're on our way. When it hits, let's see, let's go up to the basic rig, because this is the one it would be following. When it hits when it hits the launch right above the pad, it will turn collision avoidance off, because it seems to make it dance around a lot. I'm not sure, but it seems to be smooth things out. Does nothing with the depart, which is just a little ways away from the pad. And then arrival is way down by the rig, or if we were coming from the rig, it'd be all the way up here. And what that one does is it triggers the arrival timer, depending on if you're at the base or the rig. So we'll say we're at the rig. It immediately will turn off the collision avoidance for the AI flight. It will turn off the AI behavior for the basic flight. It will turn on the AI behavior for the rig recorder, which is the small path to the pad, and then it will start the playing of that short path. Okay. So now we're at the recorder, and at each of the waypoints, with the exception of that one, which I probably should just get rid of that one, but I'll leave it. I don't want to mess anything up. So at each of the waypoints, I have little actions. So at waypoint 2, it'll turn on the lower spotlights for the connector, and it turns the collision avoidance on for the AI flight block. That way it doesn't smash into the base, doesn't smash into the lights. At waypoint 3, it turns the connector on and starts the event controller for, if I'm leaving the base going to the rig, it'll turn the one on for the rig. Or if I'm coming from the rig to the base, it'll turn on the one for the base. And those are specifically about what's loaded into the containers, which will determine when it will relaunch. Waypoint 4, the connector will lock, and then it will start the connector timer, which is right here. The connector timer, which runs on both base and the rig, will lock the connector, and then it will do the dock sequence. So we have 2 actions to lock the connector, and now we have the dock sequence, which basically sets everything off. There was something there. I think it was the connector was there, but I took it off. Sets the batteries to recharge, stockpile for the tank, shuts everything off, shuts all the lights off, and then it shuts all these guys off too. So I need to that's the base. So I need the rig. That's what disappeared, was the rig one. Off. Oh, AI behavior off. There we go. So they're all the same. And so all the AI behaviors are off. That's probably all confusing, but it seemed to work. Okay, so it started everything on its own. Here we go. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Alright, so it's thinking. Here we go. Oh, this is running a lot. Whoa, this is working a lot better than all the testing. Still bobbling around, which I'm not crazy about, but please don't crash into the ground. Please don't crash into the ground. So, I feel I still have stuff to learn about how to finesse this, but things work like they should. This should be relatively, well, not relative, but be kind of impressive that I actually did it. Okay, so we're at the end of the waypoint. It's initiating the recorder for the rig now. Okay, so we should be moving to the next waypoint, which I, in remote control fashion, it goes with the, oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew it was too good to be true. Okay, come on. You can do this. You can, oh my, will you stop, back up? Oh my goodness, I don't know why. Okay, so now it should go down. Excuse my silence, I've been too busy trying to make things look pretty for the return, if it's going to be pretty. Okay, so it's always doing this bobbling around here. I haven't figured out why. A lot of times it'll shoot up like some meter. Oh! There we go. Alright. So we're coming in. Should turn on the lights. Okay. Then we move forward to the second to last waypoint. Forward. Gets over the pad, it should turn on the connector. Okay, right. Okay, so it's not working again. So, as is usual, every time I try to show off, it doesn't work. So, here we go. The vent controller just said, hey, you're empty, go to the rig. So here we go. It's doing some weird stuff. This is what it does all the time. I don't know why, but, you know, it is what it is. check. Yeah, we were at 100% on the hydrogen. So now it's finally decided that it's going to go to the rig. I don't know why it stops to think. But at this point, precision is off and collision avoidance is on for the AI flight controller. When we get to the rig or get to the base, the collision avoidance is off and the precision is on, so it shouldn't crash into anything as long as it's precise in how it's executing the waypoints. So here we go. Okay, the GPS waypoints are done. Now we're doing the recorder flight path. It's going to go to waypoint 2. Lights are going to come on. Precision is going to be enabled. It comes in. It lines up. It drops down. Connects. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so now it sits and it waits. And it waits until... Unfortunately, this one is the one that loads up first. I guess that's pretty much the end of it. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll just go. That's fine. So it is satisfied. Its quantities there. So maybe there's no more ice. I'll have to go back and check. But this is, yeah, we don't want it to crash, so we're just going to let it do its thing. As long as it runs through the process. Coming to the end of the GPS points. We're returning to the base. And now it wants to go into orbit. Before it decides it wants to go down here to the recorder waypoints. It's down here. Okay, it's time to turn on the lights and turn on precision. Boop. We move in. I don't know why you're having a problem here. Down, it should, yep, it should lock, and then it shuts down. Alright, so I'm going to shut that off so it doesn't take off again. So it kind of works. Kind of. I need to learn more. Yeah, I need to learn more. So anyway, yeah, there we go. I'm done playing with that for now. So. Oh, should close the helmet before I go outside. So, in order for me to increase the abilities of, or the depth of the ice mine, aside from me actually going and doing it, I'm in need of aluminum to make interior plates. could have swore processing stone would give me interior plates. So what I'm going to do is go to the rig, because I want to check out what the cargo containers contain, if it is actually out of ice, which I don't think it is. But I know there's going to be stone, so I can I can transfer some stone into the trailer here, and then magnesium, silicon. Okay, cool. Nickel. That's what stuff I could collect. Put these guys up here into this. Let's see, what do we have? There's ice. Oh. Oh, I might have taken all the stone.
Inventory full.
Okay, so with the sun peeking over the horizon over there, I think it's about time I go deal with, there's a base over there, past the iron mine. It's over by the rig. That, it just keeps bothering me that it's there. And I would like to take a peek, and if I could take it out, maybe use it for supplies, I think that'd be awesome. So yeah, let's go out there. I'll show you what I've done to the rover. It's nothing major, but you know, I do things. So I made a few little minor modifications to the rover here. Instead of the Gatling turret that was up there, I threw an autocannon custom turret up there. I tried to make it look kind of cool, but it looks pretty bad. As long as it does what it needs to do. And then I put a camera mast in place that I'm going to use to inch over and take a look and see what's going on over there. And right there is where the custom turret controller is at. And that's basically it. So I'm going to see here. I want to lock this. Rotor lock. Okay. I'm going to lock the hinge. And then this one, I'm going to detach it. Yeah. So I want to go over there and I want to check this thing out. There it is. Parallax Frontier Outpost. Seems familiar. I'm not sure. So while we're on the way, I guess it's best for me to let you know that I have replaced the Real Atmospheres mod with the improved Visuals mod, because I didn't realize that the Real Atmosphere mod modified gravity, air density, as well as the friction, well, density, yeah. So it made it impossible for me to use the atmospheric thrusters on Mars, which we all know is in reality does happen because of the NASA helicopter thing. And I removed Better Resources mod, because as much as I like that mod, as much of a grind it provides, it was very detrimental to me trying to make a recording with the limited amount of time I have, trying to find the very hidden resources. So I would hate to see what it is with the Scarce Resources mod, because you really would be hurting trying to find stuff. But hey, that's what masochists are, I guess. Splitsy-like people who want to cause pain and suffering to themselves. I don't want to get too close. See if I can see anything from here. Well, let me see here. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go here. We're going to raise that up. We're going to start looking. Oh, it's one of those. Oh, okay. All right. I don't want to get too close to those artillery turrets. Can't remember if they start targeting and shooting at 1 kilometer or not. Is it doing anything? I can't see anything, sparks or impacts. It kind of looks like it's hitting. But the rounds are just magically disappearing. Oh, do I venture closer? That's the thing. Yes, now because I'm below the arc of the guns. Well, the big thing is I want to take out the power supply. So if I can take that out, that'll make a huge impact, right? Okay. Ah. Oh, geez. All right. Alright, so you guys want to play? Alright, I'll take you out. Okay, there's one. There we go. And there's one right there. Any others? I don't see any off the top of my head. Oh, what's that? Okay. Oh, there we go. That'll work. I think I'm safe to go down here. I don't know if this is a smart idea. This is pretty steep, right? Yeah. I'll just go real slow. Hopefully it doesn't get too steep. Okay. There we go. Well, I don't appreciate that noise. Well, the good part about those guys is they don't come up and grind the vehicle, I guess. And you're gonna make a liar out of me, aren't you? Okay. Alright, I'll take a look and see. I'm not gonna be able to tell until something suppression and hand drill and personnel. I thought I took out one of them, but I guess not. Can't tell. Yeah. Sometimes they're in the legs. I don't see anything in the legs right now. But it is really foul weather, so... I'll wait for the weather to clear. Let's see how things turn out then. look. Let's see. How close am I? Oh, yeah. Let's back up just a little bit more. Heck yeah! Hinge lock on. Rotor lock. There we go. So we're right back into the game again. I'll take a look now. Oh, that's what's probably going, is the ore detector. The ore detector is totally gone. So where did I have the ore detector that it was so exposed? Oh, it was probably right there. And off we go for the next journey, the next portion of this. Hopefully the weather stays nice. It seems like the weather gets bad as soon as I get to that other base. Oh, I forgot. I need to grab some of those inhibitor thingamabobs. Okay, so we'll check here. Nope. Here. Yeah, there we go. Personnel inhibitor nullifier. You know what? I'll take them. Okay. Let's take a look. Let me open my helmet here. If I do it right, let's take up one of those. Num 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 num. Put that in there. Don't need to lose that. Keep those for the time being. I don't need that. And I guess... I guess I'm going to have to use this. Boop. Right click. Oh man, that's fast! Holy crap! Should have brought some med kits.
Low health.
Alright, wait a second. Oh, it's as if that thing's right there. Okay, if I can tuck the rover in real tight. Okay, so. Oh my goodness. deployed personnel thing. Okay. So, and I have successfully, come on. Oh, I gotta go in this way. You can't go that way. Yeah, I'll go in this way. Alright, so we are going to take care of these guys. Oh, I almost... this guy. Next other big thing is this guy right here.
Inventory full.
Once I get power on, I can come over here and I can replenish my health. So, now that I have got this base fairly secured, I just need to do some more grinding and welding to transfer everything over to me. I'm probably going to do a little bit of repair work to it, maybe do some modifications, but it's going to be a base that I'm not going to delete, I'm not going to remove. I'm going to use it as an outpost for myself. I think there's a wealth of stuff here, just in some of the decorations and things, and some of the equipment. I haven't even looked in the refineries to see if there's anything there. But I think as soon as I get the solar panels sorted out up top, I will probably be able to enjoy this as a nice stopover to visiting other places. So, anywho, yeah, I'm going to continue on here. Remote control, that's been disabled. Research terminal, I've already gotten to that. Text panel. Oxygen tanks. Hydrogen tank engine. Couch is incomplete. Alright. How much I need? I need 13. Right? There we go. What the hell? right. I shall return.